All right. We're here.
Yeah,
Welcome.
we are here. I'm not going to put this here because this was messing with your head.
It really messed with my head. I literally was like, what is over here? It was right next to him, enough to where there could have been something here, just like out of my view.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? Does he have a can of something over there? It's just the top. And then I didn't see it, and I was like, wait a minute.
I went to Ripley's recently,
dumb.
so I'm all on the perspective
Right,
thing.
right.
You know, I know how to. That's not real. That's just an illusion.
I'm taking solace in the fact that I'm just dumb. I've read enough comments saying how dumb I am.
Oh yeah. I love that.
I'm believing it.
So for those of you who don't know, we were one of our posts went viral.
Did it? Was it?
Well,
viral?
I guess it's viral. I don't know what it means. Like,
isn't viral like way more than that?
It's got close to, what is it? Over 500,000.
Oh, really?
It's a lot, dude.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, I'll pull it up. real quick here.
Why? I don't know.
And since the last time I looked, we've had 28 more comments and 29 more follows.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
well, for those of you that followed us because of a clip about my discovery at the Mob Museum.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For those of you that think we're idiots because of that same clip, thank you.
Yeah. 458,000
that's so dumb
views. And we need to temper everybody's expectations here.
Yeah.
This is not what this show is about.
Right.
Sorry.
That's why there was no clip. That's why there was no. That was an offhand comment. Yeah. This show, if you're just tuning in for the first time, is called Discussions and Drinks, and we are Bacon is My Podcast. And on this show, we just talk about kind of whatever's on our mind. We have a beverage today. We are doing Jameson Triple Triple, correct?
Yes, we're doing the Triple Triple.
Not a sponsor, could be a sponsor.
Could be a sponsor. Speaking of important people, our new follower, our friend Chatham Tanning.
What? Chatham Tanning?
Channing Tatum.
I mean, more likely to be Chatham Tanning. Is he verified?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Fun. All right. Hey.
No, it's legitimately him.
Oh.
He followed us from that thing.
From that?
Yeah.
Well, you're never going to see anything about mob stuff unless I do or one of us does a mob museum again.
Yeah. I might have to be a regular thing on the show. Went on a mob tour. People died.
There you go. There it is. And we're glorifying it.
Right.
We're clearly glorifying.
So what the best comments are? Oh. So you ever hear the band Bad Wolves?
Yeah.
Their singer commented on it too, and was just like, "That's just effing disgusting." And I was like, "Well, you're right, Tommy Vex."
Yes. In fact,
but
it is.
Also, he's been accused of some really disgusting shit too. But hey, listen, who are we to judge?
Well,
we're not to judge.
If he says that the thing that happened was disgusting, yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the people that are like,
you're glorified.
You guys are disgusting. It says a lot about you. I was like, I saw the one comment that was like, laughing about this says a lot about you guys.
Because you said,
like, yeah, we're the worst.
You said something.
Absolutely.
You started it with, I learned something fun.
Yeah, here's a fun story.
But it was sarcasm. It was sarcasm. That's what we do here.
It's also I don't know if you guys have ever like. So let me paint a picture for you. You learn something new that is maybe shocking, maybe disturbing, maybe not, maybe just a funny joke. Maybe it's a bad joke. Maybe it's history that's interesting, whatever it is. And then you decide to share that with a friend, and you're remembering a thing that you experienced, and then you're sharing that memory with another person.
Sure.
That is fun. Even if the thing you're talking about might not be great. There's still an element of the dopamine's released, man. Hate and love both release the same chemical in your brain. So cut it out. Cut it out.
I like it.
I thought it was great. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, I went through and I saw some of the comments, and a lot of them were correcting correcting on or correctly pointing out the fact that I didn't say the guy's name, which I don't
Right.
remember again now,
Yeah.
because that's not what I was thinking
It
about.
was
or
big
talking about.
something.
Just like now, I wasn't planning about talking about this.
Right.
So we're on it. Frank something. But still, it doesn't matter. That wasn't the important part of the story.
No.
The important part of the story was like, hey man, here's the thing I did when I was trapped in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I learned a fun thing at the Mob Museum.
Right.
Right. And I also learned that you can go through a museum for free if you
Go backwards.
if you go into the gift shop first and then go backwards. Like, these are all important things.
Yeah.
Somebody to judge my character over it.
Right.
Well, that just makes me feel nothing at all.
Don't do that at the Punk Rock Museum because they don't have money. The Mob, they've got money.
They got money. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Punk Rock Museum, pay. Go through the right way.
Yeah.
Support.
it's not like the Mob hasn't squeaked a couple bucks out of a couple people.
That's true. That's true. I mean, pay to go through museums,
Right.
because they're there and they deserve it. I'm just saying that I discovered that that's a thing you could do.
Right.
Right.
Not condoning it.
I'm not Yeah, we don't condone things on this show. We just say things.
Sometimes
And then-
we condone things.
Yeah, sometimes we do condone things. I condone quite a bit. Probably.
Dumb things.
Yeah.
Really dumb things. But that's what makes us work.
Hey, we're on the internet and we're dumb.
That's what it's for.
We're also unresearched
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes when it comes to like songwriting,
Right.
music things,
Yeah.
we're very well researched. We know the facts.
Right.
But it has to do with anything else.
Or anything we grew up like feeling a certain way about
Right.
and researching.
Yeah.
You know, our religion episode, all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, welcome all of you that are coming in for your first time. We appreciate you guys. Please continue to let us know in the comments how dumb the show is and how bad our haircuts are. And
Yeah.
how I look like a cheeseburger with a hat on.
Cheeseburger with a hat on. Which one of us are IPAs?
Which one of us is an IPA?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We thrive on those comments.
Which one of us hates our parents more? I don't know. Whatever you wacky kids like talking about.
As long as you're talking about us, that's all that matters.
As long as you're doing it. You know, love us or hate us, just don't ignore us. One of my second tattoo ever in my life is this one on the inside of my arm that's rubbing off, but it says silence equals death.
Mm.
And there's nothing more true
Yeah.
when you're in any kind of entertainment,
That's right.
right? Silence equals death. If you
Mhm.
ain't talking about us or not yelling at us or you're not cheering for us or you're not doing something, you're not watching, then we got nothing.
Then we got nothing.
So happy to entertain or annoy,
Infuriate.
whichever one works.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what day it is today?
It's March 30th.
It's March 30th. You know what's not interesting? The national holidays of March 30th. They really just kind of like threw shit at the wall to see what sticks for today. We have welcome to National Virtual Vacation Day.
There's no virtual
What?
vacation. What?
You want to go on vacation? Just put some pictures up.
That is the worst holiday ever.
Just watch some drone footage and imagine.
Watch some drone footage. Pour some sand on your living room
Right.
floor. Have fun.
Put a fan on you and have someone spray some water through the back of it.
Put on a candle
It'll be
that's
great.
put on a beach candle that's supposed to smell like the ocean but doesn't.
Right.
It's way
Right.
sweeter.
Amazing. So yeah, have your national virtual vacation. It's also National Turkey Neck Soup Day.
Turkey neck soup.
That's a specific soup.
Yeah.
Turkey neck soup.
Yeah, lots of gizzards.
Never had it.
Yeah.
Can't say it's good or bad, but it deserved a national day apparently, and that day is the 30th. It's
Wow.
National Doctors Day.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, docs.
I appreciate doctors.
Yeah.
And you know what? I appreciate doctors more now than ever because they got it really hard right now.
Oh yeah.
They got it really hard right now because people are just like,
Mhm.
right? They're like, How long did you go to school? How much did you study? How much are you still paying for this? Oh yeah, well, you're trying to pull a conspiracy on me.
Yeah.
I looked it up on Google. You're wrong.
Yeah.
ChatGPT told me what I have. Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
National I am in control day.
Okay. Real quick. Nobody's in control.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody is in control, especially not nowadays.
Yeah. Jesus, take the wheel.
I don't know.
Or whatever.
That storybook character sure got a better chance of getting us to safety than the one with the wheel here today.
I don't know, man.
You know,
he's getting us into fights we can't win.
For reasons he can't explain.
For reasons no one can explain.
Right.
All right. And finally, I saved the best one for last.
Oh boy.
National Pencil Day.
Pencils are great.
They sure are. And today, March 30th, is the day that we all stand in observance of the mighty pencil. We think about and honor the number 2. We fondly remember the number 1. And
pour one out for our homie.
Pencils, we hardly knew ye.
Oh my.
I personally like a mechanical pencil.
Yeah. Are you a push top one or a turn?
I prefer the push top.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of us.
Yeah.
And I think I'm sure as a youngster, you did the whole where you hold the thing down and you pretend to stab it.
You know how little kids pretend to do heroin?
Heroin or stab themselves. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That is a thing.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that's they had candy cigarettes and you pretended to do heroin.
Right.
That's
I actually used to be a connoisseur. So I used to do a lot of drawing when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
And I was a connoisseur of mechanical pencils.
Nice.
So I used to have a pretty they're all gone.
Right. Wow.
They're all like
your
collection. We're talking I was 12,
your
13,
collection
14.
is dissipated.
But yeah, I used to love different types, and I'd get like the nicer ones, and I'd get different thicknesses. So like there was a 0.07, but then there was like a thinner one, and then there was.
I like the thicker one myself.
Yeah,
I used to always break the thinner ones.
Yeah, well, the key to it
so bad.
The key to it is you can't have too much sticking out.
Yeah,
but you have to.
You really have to feather that
right
clicker. Right. Otherwise, you're like snap. God damn it.
Yeah.
Snap. God damn it.
Yeah. You have to really kind of do nice and just tap it in. Just tap it in. That's the key.
Yeah. I like me a thick lead.
Yeah.
Double K. Thick double K lead.
I heard Thick Lead Jimmy was your high school nickname.
Well, you'd be surprised. I mean, I didn't get that name until like the last couple of years of high school, but I really earned it.
Because you were thrown off into
right.
a pool or something.
Right? Yeah, first couple of years it was number 1 pencil Jimmy.
And it was Thick Lead Jimmy.
Why? Because no one used those. No one ever saw those.
Yeah, no. When so
they didn't really exist.
It was only recently that I was watching. Clicking through Netflix and Young Sheldon. I don't know if you've ever watched the show.
I think I've seen like one episode.
Yeah, it's a fun show. I enjoyed it, but the clips that come up on Netflix to try and entice you into watching it was he commandeered the principal's office, which had access to the PA system, and he was like going on this like rant kind of, and it was just basically telling people like, be yourself, do this, use number 1 pencils and stuff like that. And that was set in the 80s, I believe. And so me thinking back, I'm just like, I don't like, it makes sense that there's number one pencil.
Was there ever a number one pencil?
But I guess
there was. Maybe there had to be.
Well, yeah, there had to be. But I don't remember ever actually seeing an actual number one pencil.
No, I didn't think I never saw a number two pencil and thought to myself, what happened to
where's number one?
That was never a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it had something to do with the lead content, and the reason why number two became more prevalent is because they were the only leads that were accurately getting read by scantrons.
Oh, which, okay.
That's why you always had when they always told you specifically,
you had to have a
number two pencil, because it can read the scantron.
I think I was always of the mind, like, do they sell any other kind? Because I've never seen any other kind.
I'm sure.
Which they have to. If they have to specify that you need to use a certain kind, then that means that there's other kinds.
The other thing too that I didn't really consider until just now was there's the lead shading things that you use for art and stuff.
Right.
So maybe there were pencils made of those. Where people using like the corner of one of those, and it's like, well, that's not number two.
That doesn't count. You can't use that. Okay. Oh, that actually makes sense. Wow.
Again,
figuring stuff out here on the show. I mean, maybe that's not true at all.
This could all be bullshit.
It could very well all be bullshit.
I hope it gets pulled as a clip and we get shit on.
Yeah. Please, somebody correct us on how wrong we are about our pencil knowledge. I can't wait to be the asshole that didn't know my pencils.
Yeah. I can't wait to be verbally berated by someone offended by, how could you?
What's the matter with you? So many things. So many things.
Yeah.
And you picked out the pencil thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about my segue into this is we use pencils for writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I still use pencils when I can for writing. I'm trying to, we talked about before, going back to writing on paper and stuff. Yeah. And I always like writing in pencil because if I'm songwriting, I'm going to change things.
Yeah.
So writing in pencil is a good way to kind of do that without having just a page full of just scribbles and scratches and start overs. And it just looks like it looks like I was drawing clouds. So we were talking before, because you're doing this this writing thing. You've been working. You've been doing some co-writes. You've been you joined the Nashville Songwriters organization. So you've been doing all this kind of stuff and learning all these things about writing. And we were talking a little bit about it before. And I know, like, when we go into songwriting, sometimes people that aren't songwriters and stuff kind of glaze over, and it's like, that episode's not for you or whatever, which is fine. But I think this also ties into more of people's kind of personal struggles, because you were talking about how when you write songs, you discovered that you manufactured a line for yourself.
Yeah.
That, like, you're realizing now that you didn't cross, like you through well, I mean, tell the story, like, talk about it, like, you know.
Yeah. So I've been writing for a really, really long time. And I think that, you know, it's really cool to have so many people enjoy, and so many people, it's a handful, but like, people enjoy what I write, and I'm really, really super appreciative of it. And that makes me realize, okay, yeah, I should probably still keep doing this and stuff. As you said, I recently joined a songwriter association just to kind of learn about the business of that business. That's, I feel like, a peek behind the curtain here with the podcast. I've been very industry knowledge and relationship with this podcast, whereas Jimmy is kind of like, okay, this is how things look forward facing. We need to, this is, and I've kind of just gotten into that role, and inadvertently the podcast prepared me for band stuff in that way. So the Oswald thing lends to me being very industry oriented and stuff. So one of the things that I wanted to do, because we've talked about sync and we've talked about co-writes and pitching songs and stuff like that, but we didn't know about the business of that business. Right. When we got together, it was like we got asked to do something for a movie, and then we were like, hell, we can just write songs and just be like, yeah, this is for a movie.
We can do this.
Here's a movie.
Right.
Like, here's a movie song for a movie. Cool. And when you really sit down and take stock, you're like, how do I even get this song to somebody who's making a movie? How do I get this song from me to an artist that needs songs? How do we do that? So I've got, and I'm sure you've got, just a catalog of stuff that's published already. And I mean, you know me, I've got literally hundreds of songs in varying states of done. Right. And it's like, what do I do with it? How do I get it? I'm not going to use all of them. There's no way I can use all of them. I mean, I could, I guess, but like, not everything is tailored to me, but it's tailored to a feeling. It's tailored to so I wanted to explore the songwriting thing and just learn other processes. I've always been so in love with learning other people's processes of doing it. You know, when you and I do it, you were kind of like, oh, the way you do it is very interesting. That's very different.
Right.
When I did it with Joey, I was like, your approach is very different from mine. This is really interesting. When you do it with different people, it's just, again, it's
my
new.
Approach isn't interesting at all. Your approach is my approach is this hurt me once.
Well, no, your approach is good. Your approach is great, but your approach is very much the classic way. The way that I learned was okay. You come up with four chords in the truth. That's all you need for a song, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it for.
But you haven't been telling the truth.
Well, no, that's not
the whole
correct.
truth.
That's not correct. How much I let out.
Right.
There's always been a barrier, right? So I learned that recently because that's been the hole in my game. So when you join this particular group, you get access to mentorship, you get access to song evaluations where they have professionals, people who do this for a living, who are literally sitting on their couch in the middle of the week, watching TV, being comfortable because they write songs for a living, which is something that I want to do.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So getting this knowledge from those people is super important. And so a lot of the feedback I get was about like, hey, you're not digging deep enough here. Hey, you're not elaborating enough here. Hey, this seems a little bit like a half sentence as opposed to a full conversation. And they're not saying the lyrics are bad. They're just saying like, hey,
there's more to this.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Yeah. Because I know you're hurt. Why? Why are you hurt? I know you're happy, but why are you happy? Go into that. Go, you know. And I started to realize that when I really started getting into writing lyrics and writing songs and performing them, I had family coming to shows. And sometimes when the subject matter would get a little bit dark or risque or whatever place of discomfort even, whatever. Well, first off, I want to preface this by nobody learns songs or learns how to write songs because they're happy.
Maybe someone out there.
Maybe someone
out there.
But I'm gonna venture to guess.
No one I've ever met.
I'm gonna venture to guess
right.
The disparity between people who started writing songs to deal with grief,
right,
versus songs that are trying to, or people that learn how to write songs to deal with their happiness.
Right. I'm making so much money, I can't keep track. I better write a song.
Right.
Yeah.
That by and large, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the disparity is there.
Sure.
So I am blessed to have had my family who supported when I started performing, when I came out front as a frontman, when all that stuff. But there were times when it was like, hey, your grandmother could come to this show, or your aunt can come to the show, or somebody's grandmother can come to this show.
Right.
And I think at an early age, it kind of, and even some of the inquiry from adults, from family members, from others, other bandmates, family members, where they're kind of like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, what you're writing about? And listen, I get it. When you've got an 18-year-old singing about dark stuff, you're kind of like, I want to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, I'm not upset about it, but
as a parent, you have to think about that too. And
right.
I'm sure there's a line where you don't want to discourage artistic creativity and individuality,
mm-hmm.
but you also want to make sure that they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And just kind of that I took over the years and have kind of been like, okay, I what if my grandmother watches, or what if
mm-hmm.
this person, or what if and the reason for me stopping at a certain spot, like I've crept over several, like a lot, as I got older, but now it's sort of like, no, you just need to let it go. Just let everything go. Yeah. Don't worry about what's watching, who's watching, that kind of stuff. And my line is a lot further out than some people who are just like, don't air your dirty laundry.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So there, to a degree, like some people's are here, mine's here, but to really impact people, it's got to be here. It's got to be further out.
I think any art that you do, you have to, if you're not comfortable putting every bit of it out there.
Yeah.
Right. Then I think you're shortchanging your ability to communicate it.
Yeah. But I also think that because I was doing it so young, and because I fell into that frame of mind so young, I spent 20 something years kind of living in that. And that's my fact. That's my facts. This is how I have to do it.
Right.
And now, again, like I said, working with different people. So essentially you're going into Zoom meetings with people, complete strangers, all looking to do the same thing. But you're submitting your song, everything, just all of yourself, all of the things. And you're getting immediate feedback mm-hmm. from these people, and they'll tell you, oh, well, this is a shortcoming, this is shortcoming, this is so. Yeah, so the hole in my game is specificity, and really kind of like taking down that, like, yeah, we know what this is about. What's it about?
Right.
Like, and the ability to work with other people. So I've been able to work with a couple of different people through this and doing some co-writes, which for those of you who don't know is basically you meet somebody, you go, hey, you want to write a song together? Cool. Okay. Here's some ideas. What clicks to you? Okay, cool. This clicks. Let's work on this one night. And you meet up with them and that's that. So I'll get to your question for sure.
We do have our patrons over here. For anybody that's watching, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Bacon is my podcast. They join us live on these discussions and drinks. And so we have our buddies over there, and Pinky's got a question for you and some good comments and stuff too. So yeah, we do have that going on live if you ever want to be a part of that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like working with different people and doing different co-writes, learning people's other processes, and people who don't have that inhibition, so to speak, has kind of like cracked that open for me.
Have you written something since that discovery? And if so, did you find it hard, or do you feel like that's a wall you have to break through, or do you think just realizing it is enough? Just because you're not a closed off person, right?
So, no.
Hearing you say that and knowing your songs too, it's not like your songs are like these candy coated or like held back, but also when you said that you don't go all the way with it, it does make a lot of sense when I think about some stuff too.
Yeah. If anybody were to understand this, and I think that hearing this as an outsider, some people will be like, oh, well, it doesn't seem that closed off.
Right. And it's not.
It's not, but it's more closed off than it should be.
Or than it could. Yeah.
Than it could be.
Well, and we've even, I even know like there's times where we're doing shows where I'm like, you're gonna have to be more, you're gonna have to go further.
Right.
Where I it's not even something to where I ever thought of it as like a character thing of yours. I just felt like, every now and then there'll be something where I'm like, you can say it.
I think it's the I've always been told throughout my whole life that I'm very diplomatic.
You're very good in that way. Yeah.
For the show, if I have an opinion, I'm the curmudgeon.
Right.
But by and large, when it comes to communication and talking with different people and stuff like that, I'm always the diplomat. So that's that. Not on purpose. I just kind of approach things sometimes that way.
Well, you're good at not immediately taking a side, and you're really good at seeing everything. You have an ability to remain engaged while also being analytical.
Right.
Which is great because it means that you can kind of like step back from it and be diplomatic, but it doesn't immediately feel like he doesn't even care.
Right.
Yeah. You're still like very much invested.
Yeah.
So that's a skill. That's a talent. That's
yeah. And then there's also the fear of sounding corny, right?
Sure.
So I am who I am, and we all have insecurities and we all have worries. And I think starting to work with Andy and hearing some of the things he says in songs, I've put myself in those shoes and been like, if I wrote that, I'd feel like a cornball.
I've done that too.
And then I'm like,
I need to let more things fly.
You just need to like quit being like, if you do it, just do it with swagger. Don't think you don't have the swagger to do it.
Right.
Just do it.
Right.
And working with these other people has really shown me that, so for instance, like the country song that I wrote.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, it's a cutesy little story thing, but there's like legitimate stuff in there that's kind of like, yeah, I took a few shots and then I went to go drive to go out. And then I took a few more because I was trying to loosen up, like
right.
And even the story behind it, the whole Beauty and the Beast thing, like it sounds super corny when you just talk about it like this, but in the context of the song, it all works. It's not that, like, sure, it's corny. I'm aware that it's corny, but you know what? If I deliver it in a way that makes sense and that with conviction, it's going to be fine.
I think as songwriters, and I think as artists in general, I think if you're an artist, if you're a songwriter, if you're if you're an actor, if you're I think anything that you do that's in the artistic realm, I think there's a tendency to worry about how it looks to other people in your position.
Yeah.
And like at least for me, I can speak for myself. I know that I've written stuff that I don't think any listener will think is corny. But if I think you or DJ or Brian Speaker or any of my friends that also write are going to think it's corny, I will try and change it, sometimes for the worse.
Yeah, no, that's
sometimes at the detriment of the art itself, because the back of my brain goes, man, like my peer who I respect is going to think that this is
They're going to call me out on this.
They're going to think this is lame. And so I have to be better than this.
Yeah.
And it's like, not always, man. Like I'm not writing for you.
There's a
writing
line
for me.
There's a line in a song that I'm working on with somebody, and it's the premise of the song is you have an ex, they pass away, they start to haunt you, you find comfort in it.
Right.
And one of the lines is now I feel you like a warm peacoat. And when I initially heard it, I was like, I can't say that.
That's a cool line.
But it's like, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
a cool line.
That's called art. That's called using descriptors to tell people or to help people understand the comfort you're finding from this person. Like that's it, it's communication.
Yeah.
It's communication. And
I felt corny about our song Death Be a Woman using the word woman, because I always, in my brain, if I wrote a song and I wrote the word woman in it, I thought it immediately made it sound like an old song, and it didn't sound like something I would say, because I wouldn't refer, I never just go like that woman, like I it's just, so it felt unnatural singing it and saying it, but it was perfect for the song. And I thought, I wonder if anybody's going to think this is corny. And
you know what's funny?
And then people were like, that's one of my favorite things that I've heard you say.
Yeah. Oh, Jen was also like,
oh, okay.
Jen was also like, I don't know what's going on with that movie or if you got paid for it or anything like that, but you should try and submit that to publishers. And I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
She's like, bring it to us, talk to Jimmy first, of course, but like bring it to one of your meetings and
yeah, absolutely.
And have people comment on it or whatever. Actually, you know what? We should do that. I'll find a good meeting and while we're away. And that could be one of the things we do on a night. We submit the song and then we do the meeting, and then I'll just kind of be like, yeah, I got my buddy who I co-wrote this with. So
yeah, I think
trying it out.
I think that's I think that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And I even remember when I did that movie, when I did Broke Down. Right?
Sure, yeah.
I wasn't worried about anybody seeing that movie except for any of my friends that ever did any acting.
Right.
Because I was terrified that they would see and call me out on what a bad actor I am.
Right.
But if you or they would say something was, or if they had anything to do with the movie, they'd point out something that was bad about the film.
Oh, this is lame. Yeah.
and it's like that's not a thing that would stop me from having someone see it, and it's not that I don't want the critiques and everything like that, but those are the negative thoughts that are in my head.
Yeah.
Those are the things
they live.
Those are
there.
the things that stop you from making choices sometimes. Is if you're thinking about something beforehand and you're like, I wonder how my friend here that does this thing that I look up to
right
is going to look at what I'm doing right now. And it's like that's such a crazy wall to put up in front of you. And I think that's the same wall as I wonder what my grandma would think if she was at the show.
Yeah, but I think there's also a little bit of that. I'm sure there's been things in the past where I've started writing lyrics and somebody was kind of like along the way, just kind of like, I don't know about that, man.
For sure.
That just kind of happens.
Yeah.
And as I got older, and work with more people, that went away because I could always be like, yeah, it could be that way, but also this could be the other way.
Right. Well, we started writing songs at what, 15, 16?
Yeah, something
so
like that.
I mean, I had friends furiously mock things that I wrote at 15.
Oh, right.
I'd bring something to the band I was in and they would mockingly sing the chorus back at me.
Oh yeah,
about how dumb it is.
Yeah,
and I would be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna never write again.
Yeah, it's just
because that's what people do. Like,
I'm in a process of unlearning. You guys know that. I've been talking about that for a couple of years on this podcast. Unlearning old behaviors.
I think that's a really cool discovery that you made, though. I really do. Like, I'm super intrigued on the lessons that you're bringing back from these songwriting, from this experience.
Yeah.
Right. I'm learning vicariously also through you. Like I'm taking notes anytime you're like, oh, did you like, I have this is the thing. And I'm like, oh, that is a thing. All right. That's a thing. I'm putting that in my brain. That's a thing now.
Yeah.
But I think that's what an interesting self-discovery. I remember when I first started feeling like I could put all of myself into a song, is like, it wasn't until I had moved to New York. That's when I became a real songwriter. I had written a bunch of songs before that, but once I moved here, that's when it really started kind of happening. And I remember my mom saying, I love hearing your songs because it's the only way I really know what's going on with you. And I was like, oh, and part of me was like, oh man, I should talk to my mom more. But then the other part of me was like, what a cool thing.
Yeah.
That you just said to me, Mom. And then finding that the songs that have lasted that I've written, by and large, there have been some that just lasted with people based on a hook or based on something else. But like the ones that have really lasted with people are the ones where I went the deepest, where I really kind of like went in, or where I just was the most honest. I mean, I could talk about like Dirty Rock, Well, like,
yeah, but
just the most honest.
But I think that's one of the things that I don't want to get misconstrued here.
Yeah.
Is that I've always been honest.
I don't mean it that way.
But
yeah.
There's always been a line that has stopped me from going all the way on certain things.
Right.
And like I said, Glass Houses, I went past that line. There were certain songs within my repertoire,
right,
that I've gone past that line. But there's also been like a lot of
those are the ones that people bring up to you and talk to you about.
But there's also the ones that people are like, that's really good because I can write a catchy hook.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like, but I'm not sure.
Right.
What you mean. And
right.
And there's a big difference between being unsure about what I mean and being unsure what the song is about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to.
Yeah, I want to get to that too.
Say,
but you find it on the screen.
Well, I gotta. All right. So we need an external thing here. Do you find it easier to show your lyrics to strangers or people that don't know you? Well,
good question.
That is a great question. I feel like, okay, so for my initial initial introduction to the world of songwriting, I think that I was definitely more concerned about the people that I knew, because I knew that the people I showed that I knew would be the ones playing that song.
Sure. Yeah.
And also kind of be like, is this okay? Are you okay with
right
this?
Are we all good with this?
Yeah.
Well, but also people that you know include me, DJ, people that weren't
Sure.
in your band, you know?
Well, that I'm talking about the beginning, right?
Yeah.
The beginning as judgmental high school kids is different. And that kind of sets the tone for where you go. And yeah, you make steps beyond that and stuff. Some people make the complete discovery at the beginning and they're good. Right. But then some need some unlearning, some I learned along the way, you know. You learn along the way and you crack open and unlearn certain things. So I think at the beginning I was more concerned about the people that I know. I think that with what I've been doing, I started out not caring about what strangers thought about my lyrics until they started critiquing them and going like, hey, what do you mean by that? Hey, what is this? And like, what your song is saying is not really like conversational. You're within yourself. You're not explaining anything to anybody by these particular lines, because these lines mean something to you, but I don't understand them.
Right.
So you know,
if they're unable to get
something
from it, then
there was a guy on a meeting. Oh no, I'm sorry. A woman on a meeting recently, and I'm not going to say what their name is or anything like that, but she said to someone, that line may mean something to you, but it means jack shit to me.
Wow. Okay.
That's the kind of like, there are some people.
That's brutal.
Yeah. And it was like, oh shit. Wow. Okay. So I got to look at things like that now. Right. So initially I was kind of like, all right, no problem. I'm just going to kick these songs because I know that they're catchy as fuck.
Right.
But then when you get people that come at you like, yeah, that line means something to you, but it means nothing to me.
Right.
It's like, oh, I need to make sure all these lines mean something to everybody, because if they don't mean anything to anybody or other people, then they'll let you know.
Right.
So yeah, it depends.
No, it's also a grain of salt thing too, because it's kind of like
sure. Oh no, there was definitely some people that I interacted with. There was one guy that, and I told you the story. It was kind of like a guy who used AI to create this song that was just not. It was fine.
Yeah,
like it was a good modern country track that was just fine. And then when it came to mine, he was like, I don't get it. And because it was a rock song, it was a hard rock song.
Yeah,
it was nothing crazy. Actually, it was a rewritten version of Separate Ways, the Something Heavy song,
which they can find
on Spotify for a limited time only, because I'm going to be bringing it down.
Okay,
because there's been a lot of rewrites.
Okay,
but yeah, just basically trashed it. Just I don't get it. I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the music of it. I don't understand the musicality. This doesn't make sense. Don't like it.
Wow. Okay.
And so what I decided to do was go, well, you know what? I could say his name because it's just a name, right? Yeah. I decided to go, well, fuck you, Gary. I'm going to write a country song on my own.
Yeah, Gary.
And
eat a dick, Gary.
Yeah. So I went and I wrote a country song.
I'm sorry.
And no.
I just,
Well, no. I feel like "fuck you, Gary" is like it's a good line.
That's a good line,
right?
That's a good line.
I think I might use that. I might use that on the regular. So yeah, I just went and I wrote a country song to spite him, and I didn't even get a chance to.
But I do love that. So everybody, if you're an artist, let your spite help you create art.
Yeah, and I showed
wonderful
you
things can happen through.
I showed you the country song,
finger.
right?
Yeah,
and you had one critique.
Yep.
On it, which is a thing that is going to be fixed, and that's that. But what my goal was to go back to that group, to see Gary, and be like, shove it up your ass, Gary. Here's my country
shit,
song.
Gary.
Here's my country song.
I'm feeding Gary things, a dick and shit. I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. You're the problem. This one.
I am the problem.
You know.
I am the problem. We're the worst.
I'm
the worst.
Saying "f you" isn't a problem, but
right.
saying eat dicks,
eat shit, eat dicks.
That's
maybe he likes dicks.
He might.
So eat shit.
Yeah. Nobody likes
shit.
That. Yeah.
Well, some do.
Yeah.
You haven't seen what I've seen.
But that's the underbelly. That's the ugly underbelly.
Tube galore.
Yeah. Don't type that. Don't put that in your browser today.
Well, I mean,
or do.
Whatever.
Wow.
Sometimes you just can't get it done. You need to watch some weird stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Come at me, internet.
But yeah. I do think. So I didn't realize that you did say lyrics, but as someone that is, it's weird. As someone that has been going to therapy for as long as I have, I do find it easier to talk to a therapist about certain things and certain self-discoveries, doubts, etc. I find it easier to speak to them about it than the people I know sometimes.
Yeah.
Which, and that's not a knock to anybody that I hold in high regard and speak to a lot of those things with, like Jen, you. But sometimes it's easier to let it out, them go, all right, well, this sounds a lot like this, like you're saying this. And you're like, yes, okay, yeah, this makes more sense. And then I can take those the correctly articulated thoughts that I'm having and talk to you guys about it.
Right.
So in that regard, it's a little different. But lyrically, yeah, I don't usually care. Presenting lyrics to strangers isn't usually a problem for me because I've usually performed it.
Right. Yeah. So you're doing it all the time.
Right.
I find it harder to present the full melody with the lyric than to just present lyrics.
Oh,
because words can be interpreted in a lot of different ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could have a word that doesn't sound cheesy. It doesn't read cheesy at all.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute you put that melody to it, it can sound cheese.
Yeah.
Right. And a wiser man than me once asked, you ever order a burger without cheese? And I was like, no, I do not. And I'm like, so why leave it off? I was like, you're right. If you write something and there's a little cheese in there, everybody loves cheese, man. Just too much cheese is where it gets bad. It's the level of cheese.
Right.
And sometimes as artists, we get in the habit of trying to make sure there's no cheese. And we got to remember that no cheese is not as fun of a burger. And
Agreed.
songs are a cheat meal, man.
Yeah,
Songs are a cheat
you're
meal.
right.
Songs are not kale. Songs are a cheat
if
meal.
a song is kale, nobody's eating it.
Exactly. So so you want to load it up, but
Although
but
I
not
did,
too much.
I have eaten kale when I cooked it down in maple syrup and habanero hot sauce.
So you ate maple syrup and habanero hot sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kale is for surrounding a buffet. It's decor.
Yeah, it is. It is. I
I'm
agree.
glad we got that.
Yeah.
So all you kale eaters out there, come at me, internet. Your kale is dog shit.
I feel really bad that all of these clips that go crazy on our feed, they're all shitting on you.
You got some shade.
Oh, did I?
You got a little shade. I get the majority of it.
You get called an IPA.
I do. I get called an IPA.
What did I get?
I brought
called?
up the story that's the worst. I'm the insensitive. I'm the yeah. I just talk more than you. I just never shut up.
Yeah, but somebody's got to steer the ship, you know.
I know you got to steer.
I know what's going on in the periphery.
That's right.
I just let you go,
and I just blab. So I'm an easy target. And you know what? I can take it.
Just keep going.
I have a long history of being shit on online. I don't know if you know this. Usually it's my appearance, which is fantastic. It always has fat in put into it as well.
Right.
But like
I'd love to see some of these people saying, "Oh, look at this fat guy." Like,
no, it's more creative than that, thankfully. When when we put out our video, when I was in Sick as Monday, we put out our video for so long, and we did it in the paint bay, like a car painting bay. So it was just,
okay, yeah,
right.
I've done it. I did a photo shoot for LTOB in a car paint bag.
Yeah, all those fun things, right?
Right.
So on that, I was called a bloated Nikki Sixx because I had kind of spiky bigger hair and I had eyeliner and we were very in black. Okay. And Six Monday were like we really kind of like we were very AFI in our appearance. Yeah, right.
I do remember.
So I was a bloated Nikki Sixx.
You were AFI for that time period, not now.
Yes.
Have you seen them now?
No, I have seen them now.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. No. Now it's like indie lumberjack. It's
Well,
weird.
he's almost like Les Goodman. No, not Les Goodman. Ben Stiller's character from Dodgeball. Yeah. He looks like him,
which is fantastic.
He looks like him, but in disco clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll take anything AFI does. They're fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
They're fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, I was a bloated Nikki Sixx, and then when Craven Strange first started, I was fake Dave Grohl when I had long hair and the and the lighter beard, and then I was what was I after that? I was some kind of like a chubby. Who was it? Depending on my hair length, like I was a chubbier. I've been Jack Black a bunch of times. Like I was called a chubbier Jack Black, and I was like,
that's inaccurate.
Is he having a thin moment? Because
yeah, I don't remember him.
I could be even with him. But
you've never been even with him.
I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe Cable Guy.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe, but
I never had that look.
Right.
When we had the same look. I don't feel like I was a chubbier Jack Black.
No, there was a big disparity.
And then I was also a fat Jack White when I had longer hair. It's your hair length.
I don't remember.
I got compared to anybody with long or short black hair. Like it's just a straight comparison. I had one glorious moment where a couple of my friends called me Hollywood when I lost a bunch of weight, and I felt really good about myself.
I called you Hollywood.
I know, and I felt really good about myself.
It wasn't because of your weight.
I know, but I made it that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm looking good.
But if it made you feel better,
it did.
Like
it did.
If it made
I've been an IPA.
Right, called an IPA.
I was called a cheeseburger. with a price of $24.99.
Right. Well, yeah, it was the hipster cheeseburger.
The hipster cheeseburger
for $24.99.
That was the first time I ever got
not including
hipster.
cheese or any sides.
That's the first time I ever got hipster though. But for some reason, they all have something to do with weight, which is interesting. I know I fluctuate, but I don't think weight defines.
We both fluctuate.
Yeah, I don't think.
But also, a lot of the people that are commenting on the internet should probably not be commenting about the weight.
I think it's funny that I always wonder what the goal is with the comment. Like, what was the aim of that, right? So I don't mind. I can take it.
Mm-hmm.
I take it with a grain.
Mm-hmm.
It rolls right off these chubby cheeks like tears.
You got to warn me. There's whiskey in my nose, in my nasal cavity.
So bring it on, internet, you judgy judger steins.
Oh man, I
eat shit, commenters.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited because in the coming few weeks, you and I will be doing some road shows.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
So we'll be doing one from our post in Miami.
Yep.
We'll be doing one from a brand new post in Tucson, Arizona, which will be interesting.
I've never been there.
I have been, because I had cousins who lived there. I think they might still live there. But it's such a quick trip.
My dad has one of his best friends that lives in Arizona. I'm not exactly sure where. I don't remember where, but I'm very excited to go. I've always wanted to check out Arizona.
Yeah, my hope is that if we're going Thursday, hopefully Friday we can do something.
Right.
I have to see what's where. I would love to go to Sedona. I'd love to show you Sedona, because Sedona is really, really cool.
When are we? Is it early Sunday that we're leaving?
I think I forget. You know what it is?
It has been earlier Sundays. The last few.
Yeah, I don't think it's that early on Sunday. We're going Thursday because there's no direct flights. So it's a pain in the ass. But like, I think we're getting there late-ish on Thursday evening, and then we might have Friday to do something.
Go out and do stuff. Cool.
Which would be great.
Yeah, I'm in.
Because I would love to go to Sedona, because Sedona is a really super cool place.
Well, we will report. We'll be doing a show from there, and
maybe several. Who knows?
Maybe several.
Who knows? We've got dates thrown out to everybody.
We might even have to do a show from the road when we're on the road with Oswald this summer.
Oh, we should definitely do several.
You know what I mean? And then we've got everybody involved with it.
You know what we need to do, though?
I will say, if anybody has noticed or not noticed, strategically placed behind us.
Strategery.
Is the vinyl copy of the debut, the debut, Oswald's Revenge vinyl.
Yeah. And for those of you with CD players still in your car, those exist as well.
Vinyl.
I do believe that once today is done, we are going to figure out how to maybe use this particular item as a giveaway on the Oswald thing. So
yeah, might have to do something like that. But you can get that item right now at the Oswald's Revenge Bandcamp. Or no, not the Bandcamp. You can get the vinyl
through just go to oswaldsrevenge.com.
oswaldsrevenge.com.
Go to Oswald's Tangible Media shop. And that's where you'll find CDs and vinyls.
Yes.
Something that I will tell you, as the person who was the engineer behind this, it was not specifically engineered for vinyl, because if you do engineer for vinyl, it's still not going to be the best quality, because the best quality is the best quality at the end of the day. So if you want to hear the Oswald's Revenge record with a little bit of a in the background, this is all for you.
All right.
If you want to hear the songs unadulterated and not scraping against a fucking pin, go ahead over to bandcamp.com/Oswald's Revenge, and you can get those. Those are better downloads.
I'm the one that gets the shade. Negative Nancy over here.
I'm letting people in now.
No more walls.
There's no more line, no more walls.
You know, your grandma might watch this show.
You know what? My grandmother is one of the only people who likes and reposts every single one of our reels on Facebook.
I love you, Grandma.
So
That's the best.
yeah. You know what? Grandma is watching, and you know what?
Good for her.
She accepts me for me,
As we all do.
I guess.
As you should all do. Accept each other for who they are. Stop being lame.
Don't be a lamerd.
Yeah. Don't be a lamey, lameo, lamerson, lame turd.
No, we had it with lamered.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I just, anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
You're right. Right. No, the horse is dead. Let's keep shooting.
Into the ground.
Let's just keep shooting.
Into the ground.
It's not moving. It's fine.
Thank you for hanging with us today. We appreciate you. We love you. Go over to baconismapodcast.com to find stuff. Go find our merch. Check out our old episodes. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/baconismapodcast. If you want to actually help the show, that would be amazing. We appreciate all our people over on Patreon right now. Thank you, Ziggy. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you. Donna's there. Thank you. Whoever is, even if you're not in the chat and you're just kind of peering in, you're peeping on us. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to be part of the community, go do that. If you don't want to do that and you don't want to monetarily help us, that's totally cool too. You can buy shirts or something like that we have. That helps us out. Or grab an episode that you like the best and share it with a friend. And that would be amazing. Give us a like and a subscribe. All that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. And always remember to ask yourself one super duper important question.
What's your bacon?